All right, family. We live with the general. You already know what time it is, man. We got that flamethrower out for the people. We're gonna be talking about Kevin Hart and his roles. He's responded today. A lot of people put a little comment in saying that it was old, but he responded today. Foolish one. And so we're gonna be discussing his Kevin Hart's response on the Breakfast Club. You see, and which was a cop out. He really embarrassed himself, and which we know what it is. It ain't like this is he's Malcolm X or no damn body. I mean, we've already seen the script of Kevin Hart, and so to see anything less than, I don't know why people acting as if he's some type of one that holds the line. He never hold the line. You see, he ain't never holded the line for black people. So I don't know what people is talking about. But they grilled his ass on the Breakfast Club and say, man, why would you allow that to happen? And because this is his production. This is his damn production. And but the thing is, see, this is the thing about the roast. See, the roast is, and I understand from that white supremacist standpoint. This gives them the opportunity to say whatever the fuck they want to say. And that's the criteria of a roast. You ain't tripping. Yeah, they trying to stop the message out there. I'm glad y'all stay. Y'all know how this go. Y'all had to get a general a second. You feel what I'm saying? We black in the house. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, we back in the house. Yeah, we're in the house. But anyway, trying to see if he's going. Yeah, we're gonna clear it up. But anyway, yeah, he responded, and the thing is about the roast, you got to understand, man, this is the opportunity for white supremacy to say whatever the hell they want, just nasty, low down, doggish, mentality of these people. You understand the shit that you could say no civilized being would say anything like, I mean, I don't give a goddamn what a joke is. I mean, I see a whole lot of comedians and a joke, and I didn't and be rolling, cracking my damn ribs laughing, but when you get right down, I mean, the roast is basically a low down, nasty, degenerate piece of shit joke, I mean, no civilized being. So this is really caveman mentality to be able to sit in there and laugh about some shit that go on in a roast. You see what I'm saying? And you know what? Black people need to have their own goddamn roast, and be able to go in there. See, the thing is, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Now, where they went in there and they talking about the brother, was it George Floyd, and making the jokes about him and shit. Do that shit with Charlie Kirk. You see, yeah, take him out and make some goddamn Charlie Kirk jokes. You see about him getting his wig pulled back. You feel what I'm saying? That then we can roll. Yeah, make some, yeah. Well, you know what? He ain't gonna take it because you know what? That's a fucking humiliation ritual. A roast ain't nothing but a humiliation ritual. That's one of the biggest humiliation rituals in the Illuminati circle, where you got to bring your ass in front of there and get your ass humiliated. You see, well, motherfucker can even say something about your mom or say, something about anything goes. See, anything goes in that that degenerate caveman platform. That's what it is. You see, and so of course he gonna get up there and he gonna toe the line because that's a part of the ritual. You understand what I'm saying? That's a part of the ritual. That you got to when the backlash comes. That's also a part of the ritual. The backlash. You see what I'm saying? That's also a part of the ritual is the motherfucking backlash. So you got to get up there and do explain away why somebody would say some shit like that. Well, it's not my joke. This is what the nigga was saying. Well, it's not my goddamn joke. You know what I'm saying? But hey, there's some rules and regulations to every motherfucking thing. Ain't nothing, everything on the table. I mean, every motherfucking thing is on the table. Yeah, that what arena is that where everything is on the table? Did they make any jokes about the motherfucking did they make any jokes about Donald Trump and shit getting his, motherfucker trying to take his head off and shit? Yeah, that's what, and they probably did do it on Saturday Night Live because that's but shit, you fuck around. If they would have went in on Donald Trump like that at that roast, like they did some, George Floyd and other people, man, they probably would have had charges on their motherfucking ass. You see what I'm saying? If they go all in, they'll have charges on their ass. They know it. The DOJ will be in their ass. The DOJ will be in their ass in the next day, that evening. They'll be in their ass the next evening. Uh, with some charges. You see, hold on, family. That's right, family. And so, yeah, so you have to understand, man, this is a beast system, and they're gonna operate with the rules and regulations of a beast. You see, and these niggas gonna toe the line. That's all they gonna do. You're not expecting nothing else from them to do that. But the fact that he would come out and back, and pretend that he don't have no hand in the situation, that's bullshit. You see what I'm saying? If you know that people gonna, I wouldn't even affiliate myself with no shit like that. If you ain't gonna be, man, but see, that just show you, as he said, you got to be built for that type of comedy. So that just lets you know that that's what he into. Yeah. That's what he into. You understand? That's all he's saying. You got to be, so that's what he like. He like for somebody to say somebody mama and daddy. You know what I'm saying? What the hell your mama is the man mama? I heard it, they said something about the man mama and daddy. You know, I heard they said something about the man mama and daddy. And so if that's true, and it was some sadistic shit, it's some sadistic shit that what I heard come out, that they said, man, you don't have no more respect for your mama than to let some Neanderthal say some shit like that. No. Yeah, no. This is ridiculous, man. When motherfuckers don't have, you got to have some a responsibility to your own too, first and foremost. I know a motherfucker go and do his thing, but you got to have some responsibility. That's just like these Jewish peoples. They got a certain line they gonna toe. You see what I'm saying? They got a certain line they're gonna toe. Now you got them old fake Jews that they'll say something even about Yahweh and so even within that spectrum, the beast mentality gonna usurp any other connection, whether it be religious, political. They're gonna go straight beast mode. They're gonna drop down on all fours, and they're gonna say whatever come to their mind that's gonna make them feel, like the sadistic demon that they is, and that's what they're gonna do. So that's what a roast is. So the day you show up at a roast, I seen, man, some of the, I don't even watch shit like that. So it is a humiliation ritual, and anybody that's on it, and the crazy shit about it, the jokes is actually written by all Neanderthals. It's not the people that's up there, I believe. I don't know if but I seen the writers, and they was all Europeans. All of them. So I think they the ones that even write the jokes. You see what I'm saying? They produced the whole set. You feel what I'm saying? And so you got to, you looking at this shit, and you gonna get up there, and you gonna let this Neanderthal who don't got no respect for nothing black whatsoever write a joke as tasteless as this shit is, and you gonna get your ass up there and then say, well, you got to be, black people shouldn't even involve themselves in no damn roast. But when you an actor and a entertainer, this is what come with the motherfucking being connected with that demonic lineage. You understand what I'm saying? That's a goddamn lineage. And most of these motherfuckers, and that's another thing when I'm talking about. When we get to, and this need to be brought up, motherfucker get to talking about these lineages. Here it is, this motherfucker supposed to be a Black American foundation of that. Who you think that motherfucker lineage to? He don't give a fuck about that. His lineage is to that motherfucking beast that's providing that damn paper. You see what I'm saying? That's his motherfucking lineage. And so when they can pull you and operate this nigga like a muppet or damn puppet on a damn string and get him to put his name on some production that that he know these Neanderthals, you gonna put your name on it, and this is the production. You understand? And you let them say whatever the motherfucker, you hold the weight for that. I don't give a fuck. If you put your name on it, that's your goddamn brand. And so that just a fucking fake cop out, nigga, because you know what a roast is, and you know that it's a humiliation ritual. But you got to have some level. And yes, comedy, we like comedy. You see what I'm saying? But normally comedy, that I want to hear some truth. That's what make the shit funny. But when you just outright being a nasty, low down motherfucker, which a roast is, not necessarily like you trying to teach a truth. No, you're not doing that. You see, what you doing is trying to go as low as you can. You know what I'm saying? Low as you can. I seen niggas in the goddamn when we used to cap on each other in the motherfucking school. You couldn't nigga. It's just what's gonna cause a motherfucker to bust your head open. You see what I'm saying? Nigga, it's some rules to this shit. You will call you will cause a motherfucker bust your head on, so you can be funny and you can say jokes. And it could be truthful. If it's truthful, nigga, and you sometimes you have to laugh yourself if it's true. But you don't disrespect nobody, mama and daddy. You don't take it to, if you using them to make a joke and it's still you lead their integrity and they just a part of, I see Michael Epps, he be making the old folk jokes and shit, but he don't be disrespect. It be true, and you be rolling because it's true. The way he perform, how he mimic what they be saying, that shit funny. But when you take somebody mama and scrub the floor with a nigga and you allow this Neanderthal, you the lowest piece of shit ever. And I'll say, and Kevin Hart, man, he been out the game, but at the same time, they using this nigga to attack us like this. And you could see that it's a puzzle. And his piece of the puzzle is no different than Chud the Builder, no different than all these other Neanderthals. It fit all into a puzzle where we are being attacked today. Now, I'll tell you what, let's have a goddamn roast. Let's have us a nigga roast, and we come out and man, we need to have some of the top fucking comedians write all type of goddamn jokes on this damn Neanderthal. And that's why, a lot of them motherfuckers probably mad at Drewski and shit. And I ain't no Drewski fan per se, you know what I'm saying? But I like some of the shit that he's touching on because it's real. You know what I'm saying? He hurting niggas' heart. He hurting some of them Neanderthals' hearts. And certain fake shit that's going on out there right now. And, when you can get a motherfucker that'll touch on that, for the greater good of, who we are as a people, touch on the shit that they doing. And, but even then, he had a message. He didn't just scrub the goddamn flow. Yeah, you and a lot of white people saying the same shit about the woman Charlie Kirk wife too. Shit, and it ain't just black people, but Drewski, you understand, may put it out there for real. Even the shit about the the British actors and shit playing all these slave roles. I heard that before, but he put it out there in a skit that really touched motherfuckers' heart. You know, and when you look at it, it's real. Nigga, how you over here with this damn British accent, acting like a gangster? As soon as that motherfucker say cut, then you back talking like goddamn Prince Charles and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's fake shit. You know, you coming over here trying to play. We here, nigga. We got more than qualified motherfuckers that you know really connected to them stories that could bring that shit to life, but yet they choose to go get some motherfucker that know damn well that they ain't connected to how we was done over here to be able to play us in the way that we need to be played. We need a motherfucker that done been touched by that racism and shit, that go up there and know exactly, and her grandmamas and great granddaddies and granddaddies tell them, and so they can go up there and put the motherfucking, you know, the seasoning on these damn scripts, man, and portray it like it need to be portrayed. But that just back when Malcolm X said something about JFK. Them motherfuckers lost their mind. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't take that shit like that. Now imagine doing a motherfucking roast and shit. Donald Trump talk about a motherfucker like a dog. Nah, he don't give nobody no respect. Shit, you know what I'm saying? He done took all type of certain presidents. I take their face off the wall and shit and this, that, and the third. But Kevin Hart is a fucking disgrace, man. You know, Kevin Hart is a fucking disgrace, man. And you know, and a lot of people give Cat Williams more credit than nigga. When you involve yourself in the ropes, you was a part of that segment, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You sitting on the, when you know motherfuckers is gonna go up there and say all type of wicked shit that you know, and take people that is dear to us and scrub the flow with them. I mean, because that's really what a roast is. You just scrub the fucking flow with whoever. That's really what it is. And so you gonna be a part of a production where they're gonna take, you know, people that is dear to us and scrub. I had no respect for no black person on that fucking platform. None. Period. You was a piece of that puzzle. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? Something, you know, but when you involve, you accept that. Whatever could come out somebody's mouth, you say, I have to accept that. You see, I have to accept that. You know, and that's a cop-out. That's a motherfucking cop-out. Nigga, you done signed on to the agenda. Really, that's what it is. You a part of the beast system. And Kevin Hart talking about he gave the George Floyd or whatever and shit. And I don't give a fuck, nigga. That shit fake. What the hell, nigga? You gave. So what that get? That's just like a set. Well, I gave. All right, well, nigga, what the fuck do that mean? And in the end, his memory is the greatest, you know, aspect of who he is. You know, the honor, the memory. Remember, you got, you know, when you go to like Memorial Day, and you know, people that didn't die for this country, you know, you don't make no jokes about it. They didn't pay the ultimate price, gave their life. You feel what I'm saying? To go fight for a fucking worthless ass country that don't even. So you gonna get up there and scrub the flow with a man or a woman that paid the ultimate price? You see what I'm saying? That didn't pay the ultimate price? That's ridiculous, man. That's the lowest person on the planet. So you know what? I suggest that we should have a black roast. And I tell you what, don't do it. I'm saying this so we could scrub the flow with some motherfuckers. Just the way they do it, and let us do some. Nigga, it'll be charges on every nigga affiliated with the production. Y'all already know. Everybody from the producer, the director, even the motherfucker up there working the lights. They'll have a motherfucking warrant on his ass just for working the lights. Plugging the motherfucker that plugged the microphones in to have a goddamn charge. You already know. So you don't do it. I know, but that's what I'm saying. That just lets you know that it's a wicked production, that you could do it. But if niggas turned around and had that same goddamn production, scrubbing the flow with every little Caucasian motherfucker and whoever else, Hispanic motherfucker that want to make jokes and shit and have a roast on their ass, nigga, they'll have a warrant on everybody in the fucking production. period. And you know this to be true. If you got that low, but I don't think black people gonna get that low because they know what it is, to take somebody mama. You see, you understand what I'm saying? To take somebody mama, and you already nigga been to pop your ass. If you get low like that on a nigga, for real, who love it, and another nigga that know how he love his mom and dad, and a nigga drag the goddamn ground with your man, please, you looking to have something happen. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, family, hit the subscribe button. We had a little hiccup, earlier and hopefully people will, when they see the video, they'll keep moving forward. Share it, you know what I'm saying? Share it with your family and friends or get it and comment, man. Comment down there. Tell the people to keep moving through the video. Then we going, because that's how it be with the general. You feel me? They'll be trying to do any fucking thing, to say, make me come up off this motherfucker, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm coming right black. And get over there to Patreon. Click that link in the top of the chat. Get over there. We got 600 videos that we know you're going to like and love, and I'll be right black. Black Pop.